And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at Solarquest, a space-age real estate game. I recently talked about Solarquest on this channel in a series of games that changed my life. And after I talked about Solarquest, I was mind-boggled to see that it was actually a game that was in print. In fact, it was kickstarted and came back, and lo and behold, you could buy it on Amazon. What? Has it changed? It sure looked different. It looked cooler than when I was a kid. So I gave it a whirl. I remember liking it a lot as a kid, but realizing that my tastes have probably changed since then. Let's find out. In this game, each player is going to get a playing piece. You started on Earth. You're also going to start with your fuel tank full on the fuel tank hydrons. You have 25 fuel tank hydrons. Players will get 3 of these fuel depots that they can build over the course of the game. You're also going to get $1,760. And players are going to get a mission card drawn from the top of the mission. This will tell you how you can win the game. So I could win the game if I control Make, Pluto, Charon, Ceres, Phobos, and Mars. If I control those, I'll win the game. Every time you pass Earth, you have the opportunity to discard your mission card and draw a new one if you don't like that. You also win the game by making everyone else go bankrupt. When you roll, you'll take the number that you roll and move that many spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I land on a planet that nobody else owns, I can buy that planet. So I'll look here, and Callisto here costs $350. If there was a fuel station on it, it would cost $850. So I'll buy it for $350 if I want to. I could also put a fuel station on it if I have one. Fuel stations can be bought at fuel depots for $500 a pop, but you start with 3 of them. And when someone else lands there now, if someone else lands in that spot, they're going to have to pay me. They will pay me equal to the number of properties of Jupiter that I own. So if this is the only one I own, they only pay me $140, but if I own all 8, $5,100, which is a crazy amount. They can also pay fuel, and this is per hydron that you move up onto things. So if someone lands there now and they want to move up 5, you just simply pay me $50. Every time you roll the dice, you're going to be spending fuel to move. If you run out of fuel and you get stranded, you're out of the game. But fortunately, if you land on your own planet, you can drop one of these tanks off. If you land on someone else's planet and they don't have a fuel tank on it for you to refuel, you can buy the planet from them because they're being negligent. They need to offer the fuel. Now, when you get to the outside of a planet here, and you're in a planet's orbit, if I roll 4 here, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, or 2, 3, 4. You can't land on a black dot. This represents the planet's gravitatory pull, so I'm forced to go around. If I had rolled an 8, I could pick the direction I'm going in. So you could rotate around a planet multiple times. Although there are sometimes spots that you'll land on that will change how you move. Like, for example, here, I roll again and go 3 times the amount that are rolled. Here, fuel leak, and I go to the Uranus fuel dock. And so I'll jump over here to the Uranus fuel dock. There are fuel docks. These give you points based on the number of fuel docks that you own. And when people land on those, they're going to roll dice and multiply it. So if I own 4 fuel docks and someone lands there, they roll the dice and multiply 60 times that amount. Well, if they land on the Saturn fuel dock. And then there's just all these different planet groups. Sometimes a planet group is pretty small. Pluto is only 2 planet groups, while Mercury is by itself. It costs $450, but anytime someone else lands there, $1,050. Nobody owns the different Federation stations. When you land on those, you simply get money and or lasers. Lasers are used if you land on somebody else or next to them in a space. You can spend lasers to try to shoot the other player, which will essentially steal money from you. Then you can also blow someone up and out of the game, which is kind of crazy, but you don't want someone else to land near you. If you roll doubles, you get to go again, just like other games of this ilk that you may have done. And when you pass Earth, like I said, you get money, and you also can switch out your mission card. You'll keep going till all the other players are eliminated or until someone has completed their mission card. That's the advanced game. To play without the advanced game, you simply throw the fuel out. which really changes the game considerably. And then it is essentially like Monopoly, but in space. Paper money, my bane. Whatever, I hate paper money, but what can you do? That's the way this game works. I like this board a lot. I think it's very colorful. There certainly is a lot of text on it. They look just like Monopoly properties. They give you stats on the different moons. I'm surprised there's nothing on the other side. They're not really that good quality. Neither are the laser tokens. These fuel things are magnetic, and there's little magnetic things in the board. They hold on to them. They're also magnetic on this board, but, I mean, they're not that magnetic. They only kind of stick to it. They easily fall off. And the rocket ships are generic rocket ships that you find in many, many, many games. So of the game, the best quality is the board itself. Solarquest is Monopoly in space with fuel. I'm done. That's really the description of it. The Monopoly and space part is definitely accurate, and as a kid, I liked it because it was more than just having the Park Place and Boardwalk here. You had the different planets of Saturn and Uranus and as a kid, you know, and these different things, and it just felt more grandiose and epic, and you didn't have to worry about all the houses and hotels. The fuel rules were needlessly complex when we were kids. We almost always skipped them. Now that I'm an adult and older, still skip them because they're still needlessly just a pain in the neck. It's extra stuff you have to buy just to move. It doesn't make the game any more fun, and I don't know why they're there. But despite all that, it's literally just lucky roll and moves type game. You roll doubles, you move faster, you gobble them up. Now, as far as I can tell, the main differences between this game and the original game, the lasers, I don't remember using them as a kid. They may have existed in the original game. They're stupid and should be eliminated from the game. You shouldn't even do the lasers. Just a waste of time. But the mission cards I do like, because the mission cards give you specific planets to get. So you can trade for them, and people know, like, okay, I probably shouldn't give you all the Neptune moons. You might win. But I also like that you can change them out. You can be like, well, I changed my mission. I'm going for other things now. And so the trading aspect of this game is there. It's lucky. You might get stuck in the gravitational pull of a planet for a long time. One person can just keep rolling well, and you might land on someone's property, lose all your money. I would play, personally, a house rule is first person to be eliminated, the game instantly ends. Whoever has the most money at that point automatically wins. So that keeps the game a little bit more even-keeled. Playing till everyone's eliminated brings in the problems that Monopoly has. This is not a good game by any stretch of the imaginations, but it is an entertaining one. My kids liked it, and they said, it feels kind of lucky, but it's fun. Well, you know what? That's a good definition of that and Monopoly. But unlike Monopoly, I feel like this one's slightly educational. This one, for some reason, has that cooler aspect because it's space. So definitely not a great game. It has been made much better. But it did bring back good memories. I did really enjoy giving it a whirl again with my kids, and it's still in print. So I don't think this game is for everybody, but I think those who enjoy it will have an entertaining time. And all things being said, I'm going to take it home and stick it on my shelf for my kids to pull out, probably without me when they play it, but one I think they will enjoy playing with their friends. That's Solarquest. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time. Dice Tower Judgment, nostalgically fun.